All right, so back to this again. Let's just wait. Let's wait, right? As per usual, let's wait, right? So there we go. Again. Mm. So yeah, just back to this, right? This is what, part 21, I think. But yeah, again, we're just gonna continue it. I will say again, I have stopped listening to Sweethearts OST, which again, I got figure out the name of it. It's like a shit. I actually forgot. It's like a rose by any other name. Because again, I'm just so paranoid about getting any sort of spoilers, right? I guess yeah, the only spoiler I technically got was that someone beat it in like 26 hours. So like in game time. So for which for me probably means it'll be about 30, just being honest, right? But again, I don't really see any issue. Um Again, right? It's the 13th, so we have what, 15 more days left, right? I'm edging about like 2 weeks. But again, I'm gonna keep doubling, right? Because I want to get this done, and I will, right? This is the last thing I need to do. So we're gonna again do it together, right? This recording. I could have easily done this, on my own, right? But again, I made that decision to record it, and it turned out, it turned out being a good decision, right? And out, well, I really enjoyed this. It's again, right? It's kind of making me relive the Insurgents days, right? But obviously, this game being more, again, more not only RPG style, but also more in depth story wise, right? So just with the story that's going on. But anyway, again, I will say in the last part, those two boss fights took up pretty much the entire part, right? Against the witches, right? And then Humphrey, but we beat them both. Unfortunately, we weren't able to use the contract just mainly because of the witches like one move, but we put it back on, so we'll be using it from now on. But again, right? So, but I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Because the big thing being after we beat those two boss fights, we went through like the deeper realm, like the passage of truth or whatever, where the shadow entity was kind of talking to us directly about, kind of us in like the dream world, right? And like the current state of affairs, kind of how ultimately, even though it's like a figment of our imagination, right? It's not the real world, the souls of everyone is still inexplicably tied there and are formed by like us again, right? So that's why Mari's, the picnic taker, because we couldn't bear for her to pass again, right? We couldn't, like, that wasn't something that we could like, we couldn't bear for that to happen again, Basil was taken as well because he has some tie to the shadow entity along with Mari, presumably, if it exists in the real world, and kind of a reasoning, or at least a hint as to a reason behind her death, which we still don't know yet. And then again, it makes the other three, right? What's it called? Kel, Aubrey, and then Hero, right? Again, them kind of what's it called? Not being as aware, since unlike us, Basil and Mari have no real tie to the shadow entity. And like again, that explains why they're starting to lose their memories. They're forgetting, right? Again, it's becoming hazy and foggy, right, as it said. And then again, it's something to where it's like the culmination was, you realize, right, the shadow entity appeared, and in order to fight, or I guess continue along with that, we need all the keys, but we're missing three, right? Because we know the words "welcome to blank space," right? That's the phrase. We're missing two C's, and then I'm pretty sure like an O. So we could go find those, and if not, I'll look up a guide to it, right? Because I'm gonna find them and then confront that, right? But we also got sent to white space, which means that we can stab ourselves and then continue on in the real world. So again, my kind of thinking was, originally I was like, okay, we'll find the keys and take on the challenge team. But what I was thinking was that, well, the best thing is we have multiple saves, right? So we don't really need to worry. But what I was thinking was, here's the thing: it's quite possible if we confront the shadow entity that could like be the end of, if not the game, just the dream world, right? That could be like the climax for the dream world. But that's something to where it's like, we know because we have one day left in the real world, right? Or at least that's the next, benchmark. But we know that's one day left until the move, which is the day following. So we should have at least one more session in the dream world, and there's still unexplored area in the dream world. So my thinking was that we actually go to the real world, right? Do whatever we need to there with one day left. And then what we do is when we come back to the dream world, then that's something to where we to where it's like, or to where we then we try to find the last three, right? And then confront the Shaolin. So again, who knows though? And I don't even know if it implied that what's it called? And the biggest thing that the shadow entity mentioned, or I guess, it may have been that tree, right? That we sacrifice in the name of stat game, right? It mentioned like a cycle, how this is a cycle, and it's not the first, right? But it's, maybe one of many cycles in Omori's mind of the dream world, right? Who knows? Like this could be cycle, whatever. The number's irrelevant, right? But something to where, again, it mentioned that, will you continue it or break it? So I really don't know if there's multiple endings for this game. I really don't. There could be. And also the big thing was it mentioned all of these places. It mentioned the barn, which we saw in our second iteration of the dream world, right after Basil had gotten taken by Shadow Entity. That second iteration, the end of that where we got taken, that was the barn, right? It mentioned the lost library, which we saw that in our third iteration, right? After we beat Sweetheart in her castle and we jumped in the hole, right? Saw that and then got sent to the real world again. And then we saw the lighthouse in this one, which was, again, that was the one where we saw our family in that portrait with everyone had skulls except for Mari. And again, that would make sense because of what's it called? We know Mari died in the real world, but in the dream world, again, that was the time where we were with her spirit in the dream world, which I'm pretty sure that's what that was, right? That we were with her spirit there. So that would make sense. As for that, the only one we didn't find was it mentioned something in vast forest. So there's clearly more there that we haven't discovered yet, right? Also, the most convenient thing and the biggest thing is that we have a passage from the tree stump straight into the deeper well. So we don't need to go all the way back to try and find that, right? So we don't need to go all the way back there. That's something to where you can just, again, we can go straight there. And then when we have all the keys, right, and then confront the shadow entity. So, but again, right, as I've stated, I think for this part, it makes sense to just continue on trucking, right? Go to the real world, do what I need to there. And then next time we come back, we can try to find the last keys. But again, as I mentioned, right, we're going to have multiple saves. So just in case, it ends up not being the move, right, we have a save we can go back to. So, right, again, we've always kept a dream world save and then a real world save. So, and again, it's been, wow. Yeah, it's been 5 hours since we've been to the real world. So that's 5 hours in game time. So that's a pretty decent length of time again, right? And I guess I've been doing doubles, so it's been feeling like it went by. It's been going by quicker. But again, right, it's like, and also Sunny's never gained any levels, right? I kind of realized that. But again, it's like, what would you call it? Again, that's a decent length of time. But again, I'm guessing it should take, what, 30 hours? That's kind of my guess. Yeah, my guess is that it'll take 30 hours, right? For me, because I saw 26, right? So it's like, let's just round up to 30. And again, we're here. This fucking theme. Yeah, and again, we know because we can go straight to here, right? And I just want to show this one last time. Again, right? So welcome to blank space. And again, we have how many fake ones, right? What happens if we get too many fake ones? I actually have no idea. I've just been getting whichever ones I can, right? But again, we know, what's it called, right? We know, yeah, we need two C's, right? And an N. So yeah, the N is, let's see, N is near game of roulette. So, and then we need two more C's, right? And then between giant pinwheels. So honestly, okay, yeah, so there's two, right? So, because the first one is a faded check mark and the second one is a, what would you call it? The bright one. So yeah, we know what's it called, right? So we need two C's and then an N. So, and then we click X and then we get this fucking theme, right? This is arguably even more catchy. And then there's the fucking big yellow cat we see, right? This is a sweetheart mask. Yeah, well, I think we're only realizing this now because we didn't know it then, but this is a sweetheart mask. Also, photo of someone familiar. Is that could be either Mari or Basil, funny enough. Also, is this snake going to give us allowance? Okay, damn it. But anyway, it's something to where it's like, now we know that could be Mari or Basil. Because again, everyone's forgotten about Basil. Like, his name doesn't even show up on the quest list anymore. So, again, right, everyone's just forgotten. And then again, that's the big yellow cat that the tree mentioned, along with the wisest and the oldest. So, and then again, that's to the shadow entity. But yeah, as I've stated, and again, despite how what's it called? Yeah, this theme's iconic. This is, man, this takes me back, right? Because what is this, part 21 now? Yeah, this is part 21. This takes me back to the very fucking beginning where we just came out of white space into this room and met all our friends. It's like, damn, because when did I upload that? Probably back in May. It's June 13th. But again, even that's like, damn, this game really knows how to make you feel. Can we? Yeah, sure, let's play cards. I actually have no idea. Again, right? It's just this really does take me back again. Like even though it's only been probably however many days, right? Again, it's something to where it's like this just reminded again this theme and being in this room because we haven't been in this room because the last time we came in here it was deserted because that was the start of this dream world iteration. But again, it's something to where it's like again just remembering to the very start of the game coming from white space into this room and then being introduced, right? Again, even that's like that shit's crazy, right? Damn, this fucking game really knows how to make you feel, right? And then again, you have this, but meanwhile, we've played along for however many hours, and as time went on, it just got like worse and worse, right? It's just like even more and more depressing, right? Now we forgot Basil. We're dealing with the shadow entity. The real world's kind of coming apart. It's just, damn, yeah, it's just I'll go at like 12 or 13 minutes. Just damn you need to take it in. You need to experience this, right? Just damn this fucking game. I have my critiques to the indie community, but the genre can produce some bangers, and this is one of them, right? This fucking game, right? And we're not even done with it yet, but this is just making me feel for when we first came in here, right? At the beginning of the game when everything was good, right? But again, as we know, that's too ideal, right? That's too ideal, right? Obviously, it can't always be that way, right? So, but again, who knows how the game ends? I don't. We just need to keep trucking on, right? So, I think it's about time. Yeah, go to white space, right? So, again, because if I stay in there, I'm gonna stay there forever. But again, now that we're in white space, we know what we can do. We can travel to the real world, right? So that's what we're going to do. And again, I'm going to keep an entirely separate save just in case we do actually need to confront the shadow entity at this point in time. But again, my thinking being we know one day left is one day until it moves. So there still should be one more iteration of the dream world, assuming it ends on the move. But that's something to where again, so I can finish it up then. But for now, I think I want to go to the real world. So let's do that, right? So we know what we need to do. And Hero and Kel are waiting for us up there, right? Or out there. So Hero and Kel are waiting for us. So, and again, here we are. And we know Hero and Kel is here. So again, we wake up as Sunny in the real world. So and again, here we are. It's still night, right? That's actually surprising. We can go to, is that actually a possibility? An ordinary house plan. Is this something we can actually do? Like, can we freely travel to both worlds now? Can we actually freely travel to both worlds? Like, is that something that we can do? I'm actually genuinely curious. Hold on, let's talk to these two. There's no, damn, what the fuck? What do you mean there's no room for us? Okay, let's try to go out, right? Can we actually just freely travel between both worlds now? Is that what's the case here? Yeah, let's save, right? So, because that's kind of what this is telling me, right? That basically we can freely travel between both worlds. What's in this room? Oh, what the fuck? Bitch, that's why I was like, I don't remember that door there. Oh, there's nothing here. Are you sure about that? That's why I was like, wait, what the fuck is that door? Okay, looks like there's actually nothing here. Let's go into this room then, right? Oh, we can't go in that room, right? But I was like, what the fuck was that door? I'm like, I don't remember a door being there. Hold on, what's out here? Oh, looks like we're not going out, right? Maybe we do need to actually get all that stuff in the dream world, right? Maybe that's actually something we need to do. So, dirty dishes. And again, we know we've done none of the chores, right? So let's see. Can we go out? We can't. So do we actually need to? that's what I'm curious about. Do we actually need to do that stuff in the dream world, right? So do we actually need to do that stuff in the dream world? That's kind of what I'm curious about. So we can't, let's say one more time. So I assumed, we would have an entire real world portion, but it seems like, what's it called? It seems like, yeah, we may need to, again, we may need to actually, what's it called? Do stuff in the dream world, right? So yeah, go to sleep. Let's see this transition. Is it going to be the same one that we saw, or are we just going to wake up in white space? So we are just here, right? And again, can we actually just freely transport between the worlds now? Well, I mean, there's nothing to do in the real world. We kind of realize that, right? So I guess it looks like we do need to finish this or whatever, right? I imagine if I had ignored like this whole letter thing, right? Imagine if I ignored this letter thing this whole time. I would be pissed. And then here's everyone, right? So what's up, best friend? Did you miss me? Hi, Omori. I'm so happy to see you. Welcome back. Can we? Okay, no worries. We'll be here. Can we just go out like as is? You can't leave. Okay, so what if we go this way, right? Okay, they're waiting for us, right? So yeah, we need to go. So all right, and again, as I was gonna say, so we have W here again. So there's clearly some stuff we've missed, right? So yeah, clearly, and we have what? 18 out of 26 of the letters, right? I swore you could view the letters from this screen. So I don't know. Anyway, so let's go back to here because we get, a list of the letters here, right? So, and it seems like, yeah, that's kind of what we need to do. Again, right? So let me, yeah, so let's do this, right? So again, and ignore the fake ones. Incorrect keys will be discarded. We don't want to see what happens if we lose, right? But so we need 2 C's, or well, let's go in order. Welcome to blank. So that's another N, and then space. So that's another C, right? So one of the C's is between giant pinwheels. I have no idea what that could mean. Giant pinwheels. N is what's it called, right? Near a game of roulette. So near a game of roulette. My issue is, so we don't know where that last C is, not until we get the first one. So I guess my issue with that, right? And again, we can get, let's see again, right? So my issue with that is, so we don't know where that third C is, right? But what's it called, right? What did we step on? Oh, fucking egg. What the fuck? Huh. But yeah, what's it called? So near a game of roulette, is that where we were? What if I just look up Omori letters? Will there be a guide that'll actually help, or where I just spoil the entire fucking game, right? I'm gonna look it up, right? Omori letters. Let's see, Omori videos. I don't want videos. All 6. Let's see, keys A to Z location. I'm not watching the video because that's how I get spoiled. Omori letters. Okay, but can I actually see where they are? Yeah, let's just go to Omori letter location. Let's find the letter C in Pinwheel Forest. Where the fuck is Pinwheel Forest? Yeah, hold on. Collecting all correct keys will spell welcome to letter locations. We'll spell welcome to a blank space, right? So where's the C key? So is everyone, hold on. You can find the C key. Why is everyone having trouble with the C key? I guess good thing that I've, in the Omori game, you can obtain a number of keys. These keyboards keys are all labeled with capital letter. The letter starts to say always E. You can find the B key, Omori location C, in the park bench in Pinwheel Forest. Have we even been there yet? Where the fuck is pin? Oh, you can actually, hold on. You can access this by clicking Q. I didn't realize that. Where the fuck is pinwheel forced? That's not Firefly forced. Where's pinwheel forced? Is that clearly, okay, we haven't been there yet. Oh, wait. Oh my God. I know where pinwheel forced is. Oh my God, I know where pinwheel forced is. You remember all the way back then, right? At the very beginning, after we had explored vast force, we tried to go up a ladder and we couldn't. And then once we got the strength to, we went up the wrong one. That's the ladder to pinwheel forest. That's where we initially searched for Basil. Well, I guess before Otherworld, right? So, oh my God, because clearly you can see the pinwheels there, right? So that's where it is. So chances are, another C maybe there. Oh my God, we're about to beat up on these sprout moles. They better not fucking run up on us. Like, we're way too over leveled for them now. Wait, are we in pinwheel forest? Hold on, this is it. Wait, did we just go right and it led us straight here? This isn't the way to, what's it called, right? This isn't the way to, what's it called? Vast forest, right? Wait, where the fuck did we go? Hold on, vast forest. Okay, because yeah, vast forest is down and to the right, I think. Wait, is this actually the way to pinwheel forest? I have no idea. I mean, it looks like it, right? So, and clearly, what's it called? That's where it says, right? So clearly people have been having issues with the C key, right? Or does this lead to Otherworld? Does this lead to pinwheel forest or Otherworld? Oh, this leads to Otherworld, doesn't it? So we need to go in the other direction, right? Or we need to go down and then to the right. I think that's the way we're supposed to go. Yeah, because if this just goes to Otherworld, then, that's not where we need to be, right? Granted, we know ends near a game of roulette. Wasn't that in the fucking Lost? Wasn't that in the Lost Resort? Yeah, wait, wasn't that in the Lost Resort? This is 100% to Otherworld, isn't it? Yeah, we can see the Sprout Mole's home here, so. Yeah, so. Oh my God, we need to go all the way down. So yeah, because we need to go to the other one that we saw initially. That was the wrong one, right? But again, what's it called? So once we find this, though, we'll be able to figure out the location of the RC. And again, I'm trying to get as least spoilers as possible. So like Googling that, was a big risk, right? But again, given that, because you can look at the map, right? Or don't do that, right? Oh my God, I can't exit out. Look at the map here. We can see where the other ladder we tried is, right? And clearly that's, it's an island with pinwheels, right? That looks like a forest. So my guess is that, that's where we need to go. So let's not beat around the bush, right? And try to look for it there. I mean, we haven't been there yet. So again, what's it called, right? So this is yeah, so this is the wrong way. So we need to go down, I think. Where did left take us? Left took us to a Firefly Forest, I think, right? Left took us to Firefly Forest, right? And then up was where we went for a deeper well. This is the way to Firefly Forest, right? I think this was, right? This is the way to, I just want to confirm before I go any further. Oh my God. So this should say Firefly Forest. Because yeah, we need to go to Vast Forest and figure out the way, right? So this is Firefly Forest, right? Obviously, I think so. Yeah, this is what it is, but we're not going this way. So I just want to confirm. Because remember, in the very beginning, when we went all the way across Vast Forest to try to find Otherworld, and we didn't realize that, the path was just to the right of the stump, right? Because yeah, we went down, because up is where we went to go to, like, this was where we went in this iteration of the dream world, right? This is where we saw Omori's spirit, and she was up here and she guided us, right? So again, she was up. The fuck is this? Yeah, let's play with our friends. Yeah, let's. Yeah, anyway, this is where, damn, what the fuck? Who's that in the water? Cal and Aubrey? I guess it makes sense that we don't go in the water, right? Because we have an innate fear and we nearly drowned. Yeah, let's not go that way. But again, honestly, chances are, both of these C's could be in Vast Forest, right? One of them there. My issue is the end. So near a game of roulette, that must because to me that signifies, you know, it was at Lost Resort and we just like missed it. So I guess I'll look for the specific like location of the cards. Also, let's actually save because now we know what we need to do now, right? Because, you know, since we can't, what's it called, right? Since we can't go to the real world, right? You know, I assume we need to actually do this in order to progress the game and story, right? So next time we wake up in the real world, does this dude actually have decent items? Because we're kind of running out, right? But I want to hoard my money. Okay, never mind. It's shit items. So we can't you know, these were items that we used at the beginning of the game, right? But we're very clearly nearing the climax. So again, down, hold on. Let's go down for a second because this is where all of Basil stuff is. Okay, all shit's dying, right? So let's yeah, water the plants, right? Oh, are all these guys just dead? Can we not resuscitate them? A flower. Can we not resuscitate these guys? Because I feel like, you know, we've been so busy in like the dream world and it's been so linear, at least up until now. Yeah, these guys are dead. I think there's part of the game, there's probably, you know, a point in the game where if we like keep these alive, then, you know, we actually like succeed in something. But yeah, very clearly, you know, these are all dead. So yeah, we can't save them, right? But we know I want to go this way, right? Yeah, literally all of them are dead. So I don't think there's any point, right? But here's the, yeah, literally all of those guys are dead. But here's the thing. Let's go to Basil's house.